People often ask, why do Catholics and Protestants even debate the topic of the biblical canon, specifically the Old Testament? Well, Jesus said he would build a church, Matthew 16:18. And both the Catechism of the Catholic Church and the Council of Trent declared Jesus and the apostles passed down the canon hand to hand to the early church. So if a particular church body is either missing books that are scripture or includes books that are not scripture, then they can't be part of the one true church Jesus built. Considering the enumeration of books of the Protestant Old Testament canon can be found as early as the 2nd and 3rd centuries by both Jewish and Christian sources, which is conceded by Catholic apologists such as Gary Machuda, while the earliest canon similar to the Catholic Old Testament can't be found until at least the end of the 4th century, and even then it's not identical. This demonstrates the Protestant canon is much earlier and much closer to the time of Christ and the apostles than the Catholic Old Testament canon. Plus, while the Protestant canon is fixed since it was adopted from the pre-Christian Jewish canon, which was laid up in the temple by the Sadducees who embraced the same books as later Protestants, the Catholic canon is not, since Catholic apologists who have studied the Council of Trent, such as Catholic Answers and Apocrypha Apocalypse, disagree whether or not a future extraordinary magisterium or ecumenical council could add books to the canon which theoretically were preserved in the Eastern Orthodox Church. Click the link on the screen for my in-depth discussion on Standing for Truth, where I defend the validity of the Protestant Old Testament canon, both historically and biblically, and look forward to my next video where I give examples of some of the top Catholic apologists who disagree with each other on whether or not books could be added to the Catholic Bible.